It is okay to start thinking spring. It's okay. You've got to plan ahead for some projects, right? Today we're making an inexpensive spring craft that uses up old scraps of yarn. It's meant to sit on a shelf or hang on the front door. Our project is a fiber-wrapped rainbow that captured our eye for its crazy, amazing and yummy texture. Crafter Emily Price is bringing us this elevated look to a yarn-wrapped project. We invited her to the show to make it here. It's great to meet you. Great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
What inspired this beautiful yarn bit-covered fuzzy rainbow?
I love yarn and I love holidays, and so the dollar store sells some awesome like wreath forms and stuff, so I knew a rainbow for St. Patrick's Day had to be in the mix.
Had to be part of your world. And where are you putting this rainbow?
So I like to put them on, like my daughter has a bookshelf in her room, so I love just putting it on the bookshelf and decorating it for each holiday.
And I mentioned the texture, and it is full of just want to touch it sort of moments. Tell us how you did this.
Okay, so I love yarn, and I feel like you don't need, I have tons of different like yarn here, but you can make it in so many different ways. So the different baubles is just wool roving, like tied together. And then like this texture, I like to take a bunch of strands. And I'll like braid it or create these little baubles, and I can show you how to do that.
So you're taking just bits and pieces of texture and shaping it into more pronounced kind of statement moments.
Yes. So, and you don't even need like all this texture. I just have tons of yarn. I often buy just this plain, simple yarn and like create fun things with it. So you really don't need
bunching it or tying it.
Yeah, bunching it, tying it, braiding it. Like I love to create like strands together. Just you can manipulate it in so many ways.
Well, I am not like an extreme crafter, expert crafter like yourself, but even I will walk down the yarn aisle and be so inspired by the textures, the colors as well. You're playing both up in such a fun way on this project. How did you make your form?
Okay, so I take like a foam core board from the dollar store.
Like one of these?
These ones are Easter. They don't have, or sorry, that's the foam core board. It's just $1.25. And I traced like this like rainbow step. And that's how I made it. But like these ones are Easter, and that's what I usually buy is like a wreath form to do it. But they didn't have it, so I traced it.
So you could actually translate this project to any shape.
Yes, to any shape, to anything.
Okay, all right.
I just took that and made this, and then to start, I always go at the ends. This is where I knew I wanted my clouds to be, and so I started with the white, and it's kind of mixed like this because I usually start like with one color here and one color here and work in, so I know where to place it. And then
do you give it a base first before you add the fluff?
Yes. So this is like my almost finished one. I kind of started adding already.
Let's see.
But
oh, look how lovely.
So this is what I'll add to. So I just make the whole base first, and then I'll add. And so this is completely wrapped, and then like I'll take the pom-poms and like glue the pom-poms around.
So you add after the fact.
Yes, I want to create the whole base and see. I mean, you don't have to, but this just makes it so you can see placement and what will look good together.
It looks like, are you following Roy G. Biv? Yeah. I mean,
kind of. I add pink to every holiday, so
I love you.
Is always in there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. How did you do before we get to more of the bits? Because I want to explore kind of what you've done.
Yeah,
how did you do the clouds?
The clouds, I just took some yarn, like I took 2 different kinds of white, and I just used my hand and wrapped it around my hand. And then when I was done, I just take a smaller piece and wrap it around.
Okay, so just little loops.
Yes, and you want to do that a bunch, like, because you're just going to take this and glue it in there.
It's so fun and fluffy. It reminds me of Muppet hair, you know? It's just kind of like all worked in there.
Yes.
But it gives a nice base.
Yeah, and I love like using the thin yarn in there too, because it just creates so much texture and it's just more fun.
So you need more of it, but it can give you a different look.
Yeah, and like if you don't want to buy like this one, you can just do a ton of this one. This one I just wrapped around like 3 fingers or 2 fingers, so it just...
Lots of little bunches.
Yeah, just different size bunches.
All right, so you've done the clouds. On either side you would, and then you've covered up the styrofoam, the cheapy styrofoam, which how fun that our project started in such an inexpensive way, covered it up with all your colors, and now we start adding the ribbons and the trims. Where do you like to source those? I get them, honestly, wherever I can find them on sale. So Joann and Hobby Lobby are my 2 favorites. I love Michael's, but you can always get them like 50% off. So that's how I get most of my yarn. And show us some other extras that you've added.
Yeah, so like I just start, oh, and I love like, I have like sequins and rhinestones as well.
Oh my goodness.
So I'll just like sprinkle those on, but like we can just start adding, and I just like, this does not have to be perfect. It's so easy.
There's
I
our
just
bow.
like start, and I like to layer them too. So like I won't just leave that one there. I'll come in and like add that one in.
Yeah, more of those cloud bunches is what that looks like, yeah?
And then I have like this braided yarn. I just took a ton of yarn, and it's okay to like cover your base. So like I'll just throw that in there.
You're just adding to it.
Yeah, so I'll just like add into it and then just keep going. This bobble is like one of my favorites. I just created that.
What is that?
It's just the wool roving. It's this thing. And I just tied 3 pieces of yarn around it.
Okay.
And then I'm just like gluing it together.
Gluing it to itself.
Yeah. And then I will just cut that. And then I don't even care if that really shows.
Okay.
Because I can hide it. So I'm
Because
just gonna
who
like,
cares? More is more, right?
yes. So like, see, you can just like bunch it in there.
Oh, and it's coming to life.
Yeah, and then I'll like surround it and stuff, but like this yarn is fun too. You can layer it. You can see here, it's okay to like not keep them all separate. They can
Right, the colors are kind of
intertwine.
mixing and blending and scooting over to the other neighbor's fence, and that's okay.
Yeah, so
Oh.
that's pretty much it. And then
Okay.
some sequins.
Your daughter has to think you're the coolest. Now come the sequins, the colors. She's got this cute rainbow shelf
Well, I don't
topper.
think she quite cares yet because she's a little young.
Oh, okay,
but
how old is she?
She's 3.
Well, listen, one day she's like, my
Like-
mom gave me the rainbow. My mom gave me the world. That's
like,
so fun.
One day she'll care, maybe.
Oh, I
If not,
love it.
I love it enough.
What a
for us.
happy little pop, and perfect for, even if this isn't, you know, if you don't have a nursery or a playroom somewhere whimsical, that you might add this to your home decor. Perfect
Yeah.
for St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, it's even cute on a door. I had it on our door for a while, so
How
like,
fun.
it's cute
All right,
everywhere.
so see, we had to get a jump start because you're gonna need a lot of bits and fibers and fun things to add to your textured rainbow. This is such a fun project. Emily,
Thank you.
where can we connect with you and see more of your work?
I am on Instagram at mbprice, EMB Price.
Okay, and projects like this?
Lots of projects like this. We celebrate lots of holidays and
Good.
fun things like that.
Well, thank you for sharing the project and helping us celebrate in our homes too. We appreciate it.
Thank you so
We'll
much.
link you over to our Instagram from our website so you can follow along.